Hey y'all, it's Indigo here coming at you with round 3 of week 3 Grand Arena season 6. Got a decent matchup tonight. My opponent likes to do really heavy defense, and it seemed like from looking at his previous battles that he likes to stick to the kind of the same thing over and over, and he only changes up maybe one or two things each time. But he likes to put down General Skywalker. He likes to put down Darth Revan. He likes to put down his Padme. He likes to put down Grievous with BB-8. And then he likes to put down Nightsisters and a Newt team. And he likes to vary his nest between the Newt team and the Nightsister team. So I'm hoping for a little bit of luck in my favor. But I thought the best way to go against a heavy defense is with my own heavy defense and see how he likes that, see how his counters are and if he's going to be able to make this happen. So for today's plan, all my stuff has to go accordingly. As you know, if you drop one battle, then everything else has to shift and it can be game over pretty quick. So as long as all my counters work, I should be fine. If they don't work, it's going to be messy. So right when GA started, I was able to grab a screenshot of what the board was just to see if my opponent set what I thought he would set. And he did, but I wasn't able to get in and actually attack at the time. So by the time I was able to attack, I come back and he's already killed a couple teams. So based on his history, it looks like what my opponent does is put down a pretty heavy defense, and then he uses his B teams to kill off what teams he can of his opponents. And he's actually gotten the win 2 out of 3 times last week. And a lot of people typically go light on defense trying to chase those Kyber banners. So maybe that's what he's used to. But it didn't look like he had a counter for General Skywalker. And I'm betting that he would struggle with a counter for Darth Revan. So you can see he's got Padme and Darth Revan up top, Skywalker and Grievous on the bottom. And we're going to jump straight down south and go after General Skywalker, because if that counter fails, that's going to change everything. So I got to know that my CLS counter is going to do its job. So here we go. So I want to make sure that this counter works. Obviously, if it doesn't work, there's going to be some changes needed in my plans, if anything, depending on what I get killed. I've been using C3PO instead of Watt now. I used to use Watt and it made it a lot more reliable, but ever since General Skywalker does his extra counterattacks, it seemed like that Watt team just doesn't get the job done, especially not when you still have a Gear 11 6-star Watt, and there's really nothing I can do to speed that up. So I've got C3PO, and I've been practicing this, and it seems like it's working. Once you can drop Skywalker, go after 5s. As long as they don't have a super tanky modded 5s with heavy defense mods, you should be able to get them down fairly quickly, and then be able to work on at least one other clone, try to get someone else down. That's the goal, is to get, 2 or 3 down. If you get 1 or none, you're really going to be in trouble. So you can see I got a couple down, and he went after Old Ben. Old Ben took the hit and he died, and he's got the Death Zeta to give everyone else turn meter and buffs and bonuses and all that. So I just gotta, hopefully he doesn't kill, Han or Chewie. When Chewie gets dazed, a lot of times that's when you end up losing. You can see that he's dazed there, and that really sucks because you don't get that extra damage from his assist attacks. And so a lot of times I end up losing with this comp when that happens. And there's really nothing I can do to boost it, because he's rocking full tenacity mods with tenacity secondaries. I'm at like 147% or something. It's difficult to get above that. So I'm taking out these clones. You can see I got both of them out. Unfortunately, he went after Chewie right there. The good thing is he left my Han, and Han still got the stun move. CLS got a key stun right there, so I'll take it. It wasn't pretty, but 53 banners is great. Next, I'm going to go after his Grievous team, and thankfully he uses BB-8 in there instead of Watt, and the Nightsisters will work just fine under BB-8. If you use a regular vanilla Grievous team and a Grievous with BB-8, Nightsisters will work for both of those. So that's what I'm doing. Since I have it available, and I was pretty sure he was going to stick to the same script and throw BB-8 under there, it's a good time to use Nightsisters. That way I can save my other, top teams for the top teams that he's going to put down. And this lets me use a B team like Nightsisters to be able to take Grievous and them out. So it does get dicey. You definitely got to be prepared for a bumpy ride here, because there is no way to just focus down B2 like you would if you had a Jedi team. You just got to kind of take shots at them when you can get it. And meanwhile, your team's going to be dying and losing health. You just got to watch out for all those AoEs. And that's why it's important to have a really tanky Daka. Mine's Relic 7 with the Zeta, all modded for health with a crit avoidance arrow. You need her to be able to avoid all those crits and not take so much damage that they're going to target her. If they can get her into the yellow, it's going to be game over, because then they're going to go after her and take her out. And then you're going to be in trouble, because this whole strategy relies on her surviving so that she can revive the team over and over. And look at that. It's down to just her and Zombie. She revives, and only Spirit comes back. And then Talzin gets called from the grave. Okay. So I'm trying to bring everybody back there. Now Asajj and Spirit got brought back. And then I killed somebody and Talzin came back. And now I'm reviving him again. So you can see how dicey that gets right there when it's one after the other. And it's like revive, revive, revive. And so it's a little bit of RNG, but there I go, working on Grievous, all 5 alive, so 55. Definitely, I'll take that, because it lets me save my Jedi for another team. So we open up the back, and of course he put his 2 weakest teams back there in case I wouldn't get that far. It's Nightsisters with Nest, and then his Bounty Hunters. So we'll go after those in a minute. Okay, I checked all his speeds and made sure that his bounty hunters are slow enough for my imp troopers to work. So it's business as usual. He does have him gear 13 with some relics. So look at me going after his IG-88. And you can see that with some relics on there, he's a little bit less squishy. So it's important. You got to just focus him down and get that kill. And then once you get the 1 kill to boost the turn meter on the team, and it lets you throw down Death Mark, you can see then it's business as usual. Just throw Death Mark on Bosk, get him out of there, and that's another kill that will fuel your turn meter for the team. Now I'm focusing on Boba, so get the kills on him. And meanwhile, keep using the AoEs from a Snow Trooper. He's modded for heavy damage, so he just does his thing, and that's that. 60 banners there, and again, I get to use another B team. So we'll take out the next team that's in the back there, his Nightsisters with Nest. And this was a little bit of, something that went my way. Is I was hoping that he would throw his Nest with Nightsisters rather than under his Newt team. And the fact that he did, my Nightsister counter was going to be First Order with Watt anyway. Well, if I'm using First Order with Watt to take out Nightsisters, they can absolutely take out Nest, no problem. So it's 2 birds with 1 stone. Whereas if he had put it on the Newt team, I knew that one was going to be kind of dicey. And so I definitely was hoping that that wouldn't happen. So you can see they've already killed my Dumb Watt. That is 6 stars, gear 11. Can't wait till he's done with. And then I don't have to mess with that anymore, and you don't have to hear me complain. But he lived long enough to do his job, which is to get out the tank tech on crew and the weapons tech on executioner. And once he gets those techs out, you're in business. All you got to do is start killing everybody with executioner, and then they're not going to revive. And he doesn't have Talzin lead. He actually doesn't have any Zetas on Talzin. He just has both on Asajj, and he doesn't have one on Daka. So is one of those players that's like a newer player, I think, that kind of bought their way to the top, because he's got a lot less Zetas than I do. And that's kind of one of the ways that you can tell. So if you'll see here, I killed Nest, and then I forgot that Daka revives other things than Nightsisters. And so Nest came back and I was like, oh, I gotta kill her again. Okay, can do that. Just gotta bide your time, get a good hit in on, whenever you get a chance. Took Daka out, now took Nest out. Now it's just Zombie. So took out Zombie there. Didn't really play with my food, only got 54 banners there. I had a feeling it wasn't going to be a banner efficiency game. It was going to be about if I can get all my counters to work and my opponent will be stuck. So cleared off the whole bottom. Now you guys can see what's up top here. He's got Darth Revan, he's got a Newt team with Watt, and he's got Padme. So we're going to start taking these guys out. Alright, we're up against his Padme team, and I've got my Traya, I've got Thrawn, I've got Zeta IPD in there, of course, with Scion and Nihilus. So my Thrawn is fastest, so what I did was turn meter swap to Traya, and then I just went and put Isolate on Padme. I know people have different strategies for however they want to do it. I like to isolate Padme, that way she's not giving out a bunch of protection up, and she's not calling people to assist with her kick. She's just isolated off to the side, put her on timeout. And then I fractured GK, that way he doesn't throw up a taunt whenever I least need him to do that. And I'm trying to focus down Anakin as fast as I can. You can see I got Nihilus to help strip the buffs and ability block, trying to get in some good hits on him. And I get him down to the yellow, but not quite enough to do anything. I use my IPD to strip the buffs off everybody. So he's doing a great job doing what he's supposed to do. Draining cooldowns, things are going great. This run's going as good as it can. So I've got Thrawn there, and I was thinking who I should shoot. I knew Kenobi was going to taunt if I went after Anakin, but it's fine. I got Anakin down low enough that I could blow up IPD against Kenobi, and then the AoE damage killed Anakin. So I got him out, and I've got Padme isolated. I'm in pretty good shape. Now I was just thinking, what do I want to do? Do I want to throw some turn meter? Who do I want to give it to? And so I throw it to Scion, try to get a hit in on Kenobi. I wanted to try and kill him so I could annihilate somebody else. Didn't want to waste it on him since he was nearly dead. And they keep going after my Scion, which is great. He's got his held by hatred now, so they're not bothering anybody else. I don't want Thrawn to die. I've got Annihilate up, so we'll just go ahead and take out Padme. And there goes, most of the hassle for protection up and everything. Now I don't have to worry about any of her business. And look, Ahsoka's almost dead. Kenobi's almost dead. I just got to get them out of there. And I'll be, one more team gone. So trying to get my hits in on Ahsoka. Again, with the Drain Life, trying to get Annihilate back up in case I need it. I was thinking if I should try to slow down and get more banners. I topped up as much protection as I could everywhere just because, but there's really nothing I can do. I can't drag this thing on too long. So I just end it there, get 55, and call that one good. Now I got to work on his Darth Revan team. This is another counter team that I've been using, is taking Jedi against Darth Revan. You have to have them modded specifically. And so when you get your direct focus, throw it on Bastilla, try and get her focused down. Then your light side Bastilla sends Anakin to assist, and you almost get her down. Then he gets his turn and gets to do the AoE, and that should take her out. If it doesn't, your run's going to go south really quick. And even if it does, you're going to end up feared, and things can get messy quickly. But it does work more often than not, and it lets you use a different counter that your opponent may not expect. He may expect you to use your Jedi against his Grievous team. Well, now I get to save my Jedi and use them against Darth Revan. So it's nice to have your squads tuned to be able to take out multiple teams and not be stuck just to one team and one counter. So I've got it down to Malik and HK right now. I'm going after HK just because he can one-shot kill everybody. Brought everybody back, trying to heal up, make sure that they don't die. I've still got to deal with Malik, but at least if I can get HK out of there, solo Malik is something that can be cleaned up if needed. There we go, took out HK, and now it's all about trying to heal up, stay alive, and get Malik out of there before he can start killing everybody. And the key for this is Jedi Knight Anakin having that healing immunity. You can put that on Malik and see he did his drain life there, and he wasn't able to heal up. So then you just send as much damage as you can. Got him down, got 57 banners for that. So there went that. Now is what I thought was going to be one of the hardest matchups, because this team isn't really meant for this. I think my own opinion is this new team will tear me up. And I'm using my Jedi training Rey, but I don't have the new Finn that would make this so much easier, because I went after Galactic Kylo instead. So my first order are on point, but my resistance are sorely lacking. So here I go, going against this new team, trying to decide who I should take out, when I should take out. Luckily, he only had a Gear 12 L3, and I put lots of relics on my team. I'm still missing a lot of them at Gear 13, but the ones that are do have relics. Like my Stick Rey, she's like Relic 4, I think, and she hits pretty hard. So I like using her there because she can take somebody out with her double hit or her triple, quadruple hit that she does. She can definitely do some damage. So I'm just trying to make as much headway as I can in case I have to clean this team up. I was really expecting that I'm going to have to end up cleaning this up with, Jango left or Newt and Jango left. Right now I got Dooku left on the field. I've got Newt, and then Jango sitting over there just waiting to kill everybody. Can be really frustrating. You can see I'm already down to 3 on my own side. The others have died. Now they're going after Stick Rey, and she's my main damage dealer, so that's frustrating. Luckily, I still got BB-8, and he gives the assist, which is huge to be able to do an assist attack, put down some healing immunity when Rey calls him, to help out. Then you end up getting a triple attack, which is nice. But now look, I'm down to just BB-8 and just Rey, and I've got a full power Jango left to kill. Luckily, his damage immunity wore off, so I can start taking him out when I hit Newt when I can, because I got to get him gone. So I got rid of Newt. Now it's just me against Jango there with Rey and BB-8. They've got extortion on him, but I really don't want to waste a move, if that makes sense, to cleanse the extortion and make Jango hit even harder, since he's a separatist. So I'm using basics on BB-8, just trying to get in as much damage as I can. I don't expect Illuminated Destiny to come around. It's all about getting damage down. So there we go. Took Jango out. 2 left standing. Not pretty at all. 48 banners. But again, that's 8 more banners than you would get if you cleaned it up with a second team and went perfect. So it was better than a 2-shot. And I just wanted to be able to 1-shot everything. So 48 banners for there. Cleared off all of his ground squads in 1 shot. I'm pretty happy about that. And I open up the back, and what do I find there? Look at that. The Finalizer is back there. And I've been working on mine since I told you I chased Galactic Kylo. I've got Hux up. I've only got mine at 5 stars, and this is a 7-star. So I played with it a little bit just to kind of know what it does. And I know you got to use all the first order. And the only other thing I really know about it is that Kylo's the silencer is the one that's supposed to do all the work when it counters Negotiator. So I know it is the Negotiator counter, but things have to go right. So I'm using my own Negotiator to go after it. Throw in Anakin, Ahsoka, and Houndstooth in the starting lineup. Bring 5s. And then I was looking at who else I should bring. I thought about leaving one off, but I've never fought this before, so I want to be safe. I could get more banners, but again, in my mind, it's not a banner game. It's not an efficiency game. It's about, is your counter going to work and kill it on the first try? And I don't think with what my opponent put down, he's got the counters. So I just need to win this in one shot, if that makes sense. So my first move is to go after the silencer, because that's the one that does all the work. Once you get rid of that, you won't be able to be stunned. And look, that thing goes and shoots that stuff on Houndstooth. I don't even know what it does. It can just sit there, I guess. As long as it doesn't kill me, I'm doing good, because I killed the silencer. That's his main damage dealer, so he shouldn't be able to kill me now. And I just got to work on him, you know, one by one, start taking these guys out. I'm bringing a reinforcement, and I got 5s, so let's throw some damage that way. Kill off that little First Order TIE ship. And now I got Kylo's command shuttle, okay, and he's got his own Houndstooth in there. And that's fine. When I go up against negotiators in the arena, I can kill Houndstooth with this lineup. It just takes a little while. Ain't nothing quick about it, that's for sure. But I just keep doing the moves I would do if I was fighting a negotiator, you know. Do the daze one, do the heal up where they get the buff where they can't die. And just kind of follow the pattern, if that makes sense. Still going after his Houndstooth. Got to get that out of there so I can kill that command shuttle. Don't want him to get too many reinforcements in, because then I'll have to kill those guys too. So here we go. Got his Houndstooth down into the red. Now he gets to go and do that thing again. Whatever that does, I don't know. Well, there we go. Got Houndstooth out. And now it's just the command shuttle left. Look at that. Mass attack on him. And everything he did, and I still got 62 banners. So anytime I get above 60 banners in fleet, that's a huge win for me, because considering I don't even know what I'm doing. So there's the board. I got 1897, not the most efficient score ever, but obviously you saw what I went up against, and you can look at my board there and see what I put down, and that to me is a great score. So let me show you my defenses, and I'll show you what I got there. Taking a look up top, you can see that I've got my own Darth Revan team there. It's a full Darth Revan team with Marauder. And then I've got Padme, and I put Grandmaster Yoda in there because I took Anakin out to use under Jedi Knight Revan. And then he already killed my bugs. I one-shot those. Not sure if he used his Jawas. He's got decent enough ones that might be able to do it. But he took those out in one. Now I'll show you down here at the bottom. I've got my General Skywalker. And then I put a Jango Nest bounty hunter team, and he was able to take that out. And it looks like he lost 11 banners doing it. So then in the back, I've got Grievous with T3, and then my own Newt team back there. Those were the weakest ones, I think, so I put them back there. And for anyone interested, there's a Falcon fleet up there in the back. So that'll about wrap it up. I've shown you my defenses. I've shown you how to counter opponents' defenses when they set a heavy D. I got done with my attacks, and I let my opponent know that I was finished, and good luck to him. I woke up this morning, he wrote back that he was done, and there was no way he could get through. So that's that. That'll wrap it up for week 3. We'll see you guys in the next couple days when week 4 starts. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.